What's good? Gang! Gang! You feel me? How was y'all Halloween's going, man? You feel me? You know, I had an alright Halloween. I went to my sister she had a little Halloween party for her birthday or whatever. I was a little, y'all ever seen that movie Happy Death Day? But I was the purge instead. But I used the mask, you feel me? And then I got my little weapon, you feel me? Yaga! You feel me? Yeah. Knock a couple heads loose. But no, the reason I come here to y'all today, but no, y'all comment and let me know how y'all, what's the name went. Y'all let me know how y'all Halloween went, how everything went. You feel me? Let me know. Comment that below. Make sure y'all like up the video. You feel me? Support your boy. Sub. But I come to y'all today because of this. Y'all see that? Yes, these fools tried to scam me, but you can't finesse a finesser. Y'all tried to scam me? Y'all bugging. Let me tell y'all what happened. So I'm just chilling one day, you feel me? I had just got a new amp in my car for my car speaker. I got that bang, you feel me? So I had just got a new amp for my car speakers in. I'm like, all right, I'm about to sell my old amp, you feel me? Smooth 120, you feel me? Something light. And I posted on that little offer up Lego, which I will never use again, ever. I posted on that. And this dude instantly, about 2-3 minutes, boom, he slide up like that. Boom, I want to buy the amp. I wanted to buy it. And I throw you an extra $100 if you hold it for 2 days. I'm like, you just willing to throw in an extra $100 if I hold the amp for 2 days? I'm like, that sounds kind of weird, but fuck it, you feel me? You feel me? That's what? That's $220, you feel me? But I hit that nigga with an extra $30 holding fee. Like, nigga, I'm still gonna need my original $30, so that's $250, right? So I said, bet. He said, all right, here's my number. My name is Jared. I said, okay, boom. I'm texting him, and I'm like, okay, how you want to do? He's like, well, I'm out at sea. I'm like, nigga, what nigga is out at sea? I'm like, that's two bad things. You out at sea, and your name is fucking Jared. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm still about to, you feel me, see how far I can get with it. And he like, so I hired some movers. Mind you, these some random ass movers. They're going to come pick it up after the check clears. So I was like, okay, bet. So I'm like, when you gonna send the check? Then he stopped replying. This was on like a Tuesday. The guy texted me, Friday, I posted it back up like, yeah, this nigga on some bullshit. And then I'm gonna have the messages right here. They gonna be somewhere in this area, so y'all can read them. You feel me? So I'm like, babe, what the hell? When you coming or whatever? This fool like, oh, he never replied. He didn't reply. Monday come around, boom. The check is on its way. It should be here. It should be here Tuesday. It should be here. He sent me a tracking number for the check. Boom, I'm like, okay, I see it. It got here. I'm like, okay, bet. He kept asking me, did you get it? I'm like, bro, why is he in a rush? You wasn't just replying at all when I was texting you. But now you in a rush, you feel me? So I'm like, all right, bet. I see what this nigga up to. So I'm like, yeah, I got it. He's like, oh, you have to deposit it into your bank account. I'm like, deposit it into my bank account? He's like, yes, and the money, this nigga is like, yes, I found you trustworthy, so I sent you the money to give the movers when they come pick it up. I sent you the money so you can pay them too. This fool said it was supposed to be $17.50, not $17.50. No, nigga, $1,750. This fool sent me $16.50, literally. Look. $16.50 is what he sent me, right? So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, I'm like, okay, if they're coming to pick it up, you feel me? Why do I have to deposit it? Like, why do I have to deposit it to my account when they're coming to pick it up? Why can't I just cash it and give them the money? Because he said they wanted $1,500 because he claimed they got 6 other items for him and they about to mail it. They need the money to mail it, whatever. So I'm like, okay, but still you're not answering my question. Why can't I cash it and give them the cash? He's like, no, they got to get paid before they pick it up. They want to get paid before they pick it up. And I'm like, okay, that's where you just fucked up at. Because, Pete, they picked up 6 other items for you, you say. But they get paid before they pick up the item. But they picked up the other 6 items for free. But just so happened when it comes to me, you send me all the money to pay them. Like, something not right. He kept like, deposit to your account, deposit into your account. So, you feel me? I got to do my little research. I'm boom, 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 you feel me? Check scams or whatever. I'm doing my research. I come across some stuff. I'm like, okay. They saying that usually they want you to deposit into the account, then ask you to wire it to somebody else, and really it's going back to them. And they taking all the money. And by law, when you deposit a check into your banking account, by law they gotta have it available to you within a few days. But it could take up to weeks or even months to figure out if it's a bad check. And once they figure out it's a bad check, they snatch it all. So if you done already sent him the money, you feel me? So then they snatch it all. You done already sent him the money, and you gotta what's the name? Now you negative all this money that you got to pay back yourself. So I'm like, damn, that sound like we doing it. Like usually when they trying to scam me, they'll make up some reason on why you gotta put it into your account and stuff. Like they'd be like, oh, I'm out, I can't really pay them, or oh, I'll just give you this amount of money, or whatever. They give you a reason to, you feel me? So I'm like, okay, I see what the fuck you up to. So I got talking to him. I'm like, okay, boy, well, I cashed the check. I didn't cash the check at all. I ain't even opened it. I'm like, I cashed the check. He like, what? I'm like, yeah, I cashed it. So when they come pick up the amp, they can get their cash. He like, no, you have to deposit. Don't play with this. Is a business. I'm like, nah. Because it don't make no sense for me to deposit a check and they're about to come pick it up. What sense does that make? He was like, okay, well, send me the money and I'll pay them. I'm like, if that was the case, why would you send me the money if you could pay him by yourself all along? So then I got to catching him up in his lies. So they all like, oh, you just a scammer, bro. You can't get me. I'm like, I'm not depositing nothing. I was like, what, you want me to send this funky ass check back? Yeah, send it back so I can send it. I'm like, no. If they about to receive it, they gonna come pick up this amp and I'm gonna give them the money. You feel me? So he basically said like, oh no, and oh, I'm not about to, whatever. He said he's not a scammer, and it's embarrassing to his dignity. He's never participated in any fraudulent things. But I'm like, bro, you're trying to scam me right now. What nigga named Jared is out at sea? Come on now, bro. And you said I'm trustworthy. You're entrusting me with $1,700 and something. You're a trust me. You don't know me at all. Like, you don't know me at all. Nothing. And you just gonna send me all that money? Come on now. You gotta do better. So then this fool, and I get to looking at the check. I'm looking at the check. I'm like, damn. I look up it. I'm like, it say cashier check supposed to have a phone number. There's no phone number on this check at all. Like, no phone number, nowhere on this check. So I'm looking, I'm like, okay, that's one bad thing. And then I look up the credit union. Yeah, the credit union exists. Navy Federal Credit Union exists, right? But the area that he had it in, there isn't one in that area. And then I'm looking, I'm like, and what the fuck? This shit is for a P.O. box. Why is it not a bank? Like, it's not an actual address. It's a P.O. box. I'm like, yeah, that's very weird. And then the check all flimsy. It's like a little sheet, like somebody printed it. It ain't like a check. Like, I know y'all done felt checks before. It's not like a check. It's like a little printed sheet of paper. And it's weird. And that he was just acting real weird. And it's like he just didn't want to do it. So after I called him, he just didn't reply. Like, this fool haven't replied. I'm going to put the messages up. Like I said, well, I got to being childish. I was just sending him question marks. And he texted me off 2 different phones. I'm like, bro, really? That's what I knew something was. I'm like, nigga, why are you texting me off 2? Like, when he texted me and told me the package was on the way, he texted me off a new phone. I was like, he was like, it's my second phone. I'm like, whatever. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But I knew something was fishy. I was like, I'm not depositing this check into my account. Because I was already skeptical about it because I'm like, deposit a check into my account and pay people. You gonna send me all this money to pay the people that working for you? You don't know me? I'm like, yeah, that's kind of weird. And I was like, yeah, something is really wrong with this dude. So, moral of the story is, make sure y'all pay attention to what y'all doing. Don't just going out for the first person to say they're going to buy it. Because 9 times out of 10, they don't scam you. And don't be using that shit like OfferUp and all that. OfferUp, they like to try to, I don't know, people on OfferUp, I'm not saying it's everybody, but people on OfferUp, as you can see, really be trying to get you. If I would have deposited this check, I would have been negative $1,650 in about the next 3 weeks. I would have to pay $1,650 back because this fool would have scammed me and got off. That's why I was like, I'ma knock a nigga head off. What's good, YouTube, man? Hope y'all got a lesson from that video back there. People really have you negative in your bank account if you ain't careful. So pay attention to what you're doing when you're selling items. And also, I'm about to start doing reaction videos, so y'all should hit me up on Instagram with videos I can react to at KingV with 2 underscores. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. You did.